How's it going, guys? It's Junkie here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Octopus tool, and we're going to be doing a UART FRP removal. Okay, that's going to be the process we're going for today. It's pretty sweet, pretty nice, and pretty cool. I've never done this one. This is a Galaxy S7 with a Xenos chip, or Exynos chip, and it's going to be pretty cool. So let me go ahead and show you guys how this is going to work. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to drag this over here so it's out of our way. And obviously you're going to select your model right here. There's mine is the G930F. And then you're going to select your COM port right there. Okay, so I have not got my device plugged in, but let me go ahead and show it to you. There it is right over here, guys. And this is FRP locked. You can see it right there. And to do this, we're going to have to do this right here. We're going to go to FRP reset. And then we're going to use UART method, or UFS memory chip. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to say to put the device into download mode. So let me go do that. So to put it into download mode, you're going to go ahead and power it off. All right, then you're going to hold your volume down, home button, and power until the device powers up into download mode. There you go, and then you're going to hit volume up. Okay, so from here we're going to plug in our USB cable, and the Octopus should see it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. There we go. Alright, guys, so here you go. You can see that it came up with this little pop-up right here. I'll bring it over so make sure you guys can see it. And this tells you how to put it into UART mode. It is very important that you do use a cable right here, a 525K cable. And to follow these steps. It's very simple. You just plug in the cable and you hold volume down and power until the removal happens. Okay, so let's go over to the device and do that. So at this point we can go ahead and unplug this right here, and we're going to plug in our UART cable. So it does plug in right here to this like Cat 5 jack on the box, and we got it right there, and then we're going to plug it into the device. Okay, I'm plugged in, and then at this point we're just going to hold the volume down and power. And as soon as the program finds the device and sees what's going on, it's going to do the removal, and then we're going to let go of volume down and power. So there you go, you can let go of them, and you can see it's also rebooting. Okay, that is the process. Okay, very, very simple to do, not hard at all. You can see on the computer that it's done. Octopus has finished the process. So right now we're just going to wait for the device to fully boot up, and you can see FRP is done. This is really, really super awesome and really easy to work with and figure out. Okay, this is the other important thing, and I've shown this in a previous video. If you cannot get UART communication to function correctly, then you're going to need to do some driver configuration. Let me just show you the device is booted, and then I'm going to show you how to do that. So here you go. You can see that we have rebooted the device here. It didn't wipe data because I'm still able to connect to Wi-Fi, but what you're going to see is we're just going to go right past all of the FRP stuff that's on the device. It will not be FRP locked anymore. Just super simple to do. I mean, you can unplug the UART cable as soon as the job is done. I've just left it plugged in for right now, but finishing touches take a minute or two, so it's just checking the network. Basically what this is doing is you're putting the device into download mode. It's going ahead and it's pulling the PIT file from the device in download mode. It's looking at the partition. It's finding the correct partition that holds FRP, and then it is using the UART method to erase that partition. Okay, so you can see right here you don't have a Google account. We can skip it, and FRP is officially removed. You're really simple, really easy to use. Definitely cool that you can use this UART method to do this. So just going to get into it. I just figured it was really important to get this method up here so you guys were aware of it and knew how it functioned. So we're just going to get up here correctly. There we go, finish. And that should be it. We should boot up here on the welcome screen. And there it is on the welcome screen. And a nice little notification or two. Alright, so we're going to close out this program here. I just want to show you guys how this is going to work for the UART. So if you're having trouble with it connecting to the device over UART like you saw me do, what you're going to do is you're going to right click on your computer and go to manage. Okay, which is basically going to open up Device Manager for you. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. And then you're going to go Device Manager, and you're going to look for COM port. Okay, most of mine, these card readers, are under this serial COM port right here. Okay, so if you want to make sure this is working right, you're just going to go to Update Drivers, Browse. Let me pick from a list, and here you should have these two drivers right here set up on the device. Okay, these are the two drivers you should have. You want the latest 2016 model. You want to install them. If you don't see them, go to you know, uncheck Show Compatible and look around for them there. Maybe under this. It might be done under just serial, and you might be just what you have installed is just serial. But you really should have these two options right here. Now, if you don't have those, they're not showing up here. You can close this out, and you can go in here, and you can go to our driver folder and find the box drivers. Or hang on, let me see if it's that one. Yeah, box drivers, FTDI, and you can come in here and you can find this right here, the .inf, and you can right click it, and then you can click install, and it'll install the drivers. Okay, anytime you have a .inf, you can right click and you can install the drivers that way. It'll force install drivers, and then you can go back and try that driver update to try to get your UART port functioning correctly. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. That is the process here on the Galaxy S7 Exynos model, the G930F. Hope you guys like it using UART. Pretty cool. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Root Junkie out.